Which markets are catching our next guest's attention today? Longtime trader Todd Bubba Horwitz joins us from the CME. Bubba, thanks so much for being with us.
Daniela, it's always great to be with you.
So before we look at the precious metals today, tell us briefly what you think investors should focus on today. What markets are catching your attention and why?
Well, I think the first thing that investors should be focused on being safe and looking for safe haven asset plays as the markets and the overall world economies are in major trouble. Traders should be looking at the short-term short squeeze rally that we're seeing and probably looking for an opportunity to get short here. I think the markets are setting up for a great short position in the equity markets and a good long position in some of the precious metals, and probably a relatively okay short position in oil right here because we're getting a little bit too much of a pop here. So that's what I'd be looking at, and that is what's on my radar right now.
Well, let's get your levels for gold now. The metal's seeing a midday boost here, but has its performance been frustrating you here?
You know, I think that what we really have going on here is I thought we had a beautiful move up, and I think what we saw, that big spike up the other day that pushed us up to 1250 was a little bit too far, a little bit too fast. I think, again, we talk about trapping the shorts or a short squeeze. We then had a nice pullback right to 1200. I think 1200 is a great level to look at. I think we work our way higher from here. And I think, you know, it's not a frustration. It's really watching the footprint that the markets are giving you, and they're giving you good answers of where you want to go in. And I think 1200 is a great entry point to get back in here again.
All right. And what about your favorite metal, silver? It's up about 11% this year. Are you happy with its performance? And when can silver really finally pop? What levels are you eyeing here?
You know, I'm okay happy with it. I'm not thrilled, obviously. I thought it would do better. I think that it will do better. I think, you know, one of the problems that's probably holding silver back is its industrial value, which is keeping it down because nobody's producing anything because there's no production. But overall, I think silver's a great hold. I think silver's got an outstanding chance to go up probably this year. I would look for another 25 to 30% this year, and I would look for silver to continue to roll its way higher. And I can see in the next 18 months, $20 to $25 in silver, and I think it will continue to move from there.
All right, Bubba, quick thoughts on bonds. You recently said that the high-yield bond market is not what it used to be. What are you seeing there, and could you see this helping the gold market?
Well, I think one of the problems you're seeing is that the high-yield market, people are willing to take less. High-yield junk bonds are extremely risky. So when people are willing to take less of a yield to take that risk, it's telling you that the markets are extremely overdone and the overall chase for yield is still out there. Now, the regular bond market that is now coming down, we're going to see lower interest rates in this country. I don't care what Janet Yellen and what the Federal Reserve say. There is going to be no increases, and we're going to continue to see a decreasing value of the U.S. dollar among the other dollars around the thing too, which makes gold one heck of a value here. Because again, now people start looking at it as a currency and a currency risk, and the devaluation of currencies in the central bank's financial engineering is going to drive people into gold, because I think that now people are actually starting to really believe that the Federal Reserve either needs to be reorganized or ended.
All right, Bubba, thanks so much for your thoughts.
Thank you, Daniela.
And thank you for watching Kitco's Gold Report. We'll see you later in the week.